Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making Salisbury steaks and onion gravy. Alright, I'm starting out here in a bowl. I have roughly 2.5 pounds of ground beef. To that point of my reach, I'm going to add in half of a large onion I diced up fine. And it's pretty warm here in Pennsylvania today. It's about 60 degrees, so you really don't want the oven going, so you want something you can cook on the stove top. I'm going to crack an egg into that. I'm also going to add in about a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add in some black pepper. Go for about a half a teaspoon, guys. Now I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of yellow mustard. There goes that dreaded juice that's always in the mustard bottle if you don't shake it up. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of ketchup. And I'm going to add in a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to put in some panko breadcrumb. You can also use plain breadcrumb. You don't want to use Italian in this because you want it to pick up those Italian flavors like the oregano or thyme or anything like that, basil. And I'm just going to get in here and mix this up. Guys, my stove is hot. Not where I'm mixing this up, but it's hot because I have potatoes over here getting ready to boil for mashed potatoes. And I have baby carrots boiling. It takes them a while because they're pretty hard. I'm going to add a little more breadcrumminess off of camera, and then I'm going to wash my hands and we'll warm up my pan to fry these in. Right now that my pan is hot, I put roughly about a half a cup of breadcrumb in the ground beef mixture. I'm just going to take some ground beef here and form it into patties. And I'm going to get these in here. I'm going to brown them up. We're not going to cook them through. We're just browning them right now at this point. And if you put a little dent in the middle to keep your patty from curling up on you. So I'm going to go ahead and make all my patties, get them in there. When they're all browned up, we'll move on to the next step. Right now that my Salisbury steaks are all browned up, I drained some of the grease off of my pan. I left a little bit in there. I have the other half of that big onion I sliced up. I'm going to get it in there and saute it for a minute until it starts to soften up and turn translucent. And I'm sorry to say, guys, I lost one of my Salisbury steaks to the floor. I had to throw it away. But that's right, because I still have a mess of them here. So I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions for a few minutes until they start to turn translucent and get a nice brown color to them. All right, now that my onions are sauteed for a little while and they're starting to soften up, I'm going to get my Salisbury steaks back in there. You can see how nice and brown they got. But like I said, they're still not cooked through. So we're going to finish cooking them through in our onion gravy. And I'm just nestling these down in here on top of the onions. You just want to get all of your Salisbury steaks down in there. And this guy here, he isn't going to fit on the bottom, so he's just going to have to go on top somewhere. And I'm going to dump that juice in there because that juice has added flavor. Alright, now I have a 10.5 ounce can of French onion soup. That's going to go in there. And you can see that's loaded with onions. I'm also going to add in, I took 2 packs of brown gravy mix. Now you guys know how much I love this. I took 2 packs of this mixed with 2 cups of cold water. We're going to get that in there. Plenty of gravy to go around. Now I'm going to turn this up, bring it to a gentle boil. I'll allow it to cook for about 10 minutes so that our gravy thickens up. And I'll put this patty down below to make sure that's cooked through. Alright, my Salisbury steaks are done. They went for about 10 minutes. They're cooked through. The gravy's thickened up. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Guys, so that's why I made some mashed potatoes to go with that gravy and those baby carrots I told you about. Let's get in here. And I garnished this with some fresh parsley. Let's taste these steaks. You can see they're cooked through. Tender, moist, really flavorful. I'll try some of these potatoes. Get some of that gravy. Really oniony, really delicious. When you cook with that instant gravy, it picks up the flavors of the meat that you fried in the pan, and it just converts it over to like a natural homemade tasting gravy. It's really delicious. Right, there you have it, guys. Salisbury steaks and onion gravy. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.